Good morning, students. This is our second video lecture. Class 4, Subject English, Lesson number 2, Skipping Shoes. First of all, I would like to ask you a question. How do you feel when you help someone? When I help someone, I feel very happy because our happiness depends on the happiness of others. We can only be happy in the world where the others are happy too. Now, let's enter the land of fairies with the magic shoes worn by a little girl. Let's enjoy the magic created by the magic shoes. Now, before starting the explanation of the chapter, I want to give you some tips. First of all, we will follow the famous proverb, practice makes a man perfect. Okay, always keep this thing in your mind. Practice makes a man perfect. So, as we all know, English is an international language. So, it is very important to learn and understand it. If you will listen me carefully, then nobody can stop you to be successful. I'll tell you the simple steps to follow. First of all, the most important thing for these days is stay home and stay safe. Make up your routine to study. Decide a particular place where you want to sit to study. And you have to practice the four core skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And the most important thing is listening. Now, listen and understand each and every word what I am going to speak. While listening, you will move your fingers on the text that I am going to speak. So, if you will follow all these steps, then you will be able to learn English properly at home. And I promise, if you will follow my all these rules, you will come back. When you will come back, you will be able to converse in English properly. Now put your fingers on the first text. Once there was a girl named Kitty. She did not want to do what people asked her to. Here in this story, Kitty is the leading character and the whole story revolves around her. She did not want to do what people asked her to. It means that she was always negating the things what people asked her to do. Instead means in spite of. In spite of doing that, she grumbled. Grumbled means always complained. What was she complaining? I want. I want means I will not do. And I can't. And I can't means I can't do. It means she was making a low rambling sound that she can't do anything. Now, you will tell me, what do you say? Is it right to ignore everything? No, it's not right to negate everything. So, in this way, her mother became very sad. But as we all know, every solution has a every problem has a solution. So, now let's see what happens in the second paragraph. One day, she was given a pair of shiny new shoes and barely had Kitty put them on when her mother called, Kitty, run and tell the cook to make a pie for dinner. So, her mother thought of a plan and she brought a new pair of magical shoes. It was very shiny and the children loved to see the new things which are brought by their parents. But as she was having the habit of negating, she again say no to put it on. But barely. Barely means hardly. Hardly she had put them on, and her mother called immediately and said, Kitty, run and tell the cook to make a pie for dinner. So she has gone with the help of magical shoes. Now you will answer me a question. Describe the first thing that happened when Kitty put on her new shoes. Answer is, when Kitty put on her new shoes, they gave a jump and swept her downstairs into the kitchen. Now let's come to the third paragraph. I don't want to, whined. I don't want to, whined Kitty, as usual, but the shoes gave one jump and swept her downstairs into the kitchen. Breathless, she gave the message and stared at the shoes. Their bright buttons seemed to look at her. Now, again she said, I don't want to go. Whined means complained in an annoying voice. But the shoes has the magical power. So the shoes again gave one jump and swept her downstairs. Swept means taken with force, and it is a second form of sweep. Shoes swept her downstairs into the kitchen, breathless. Breathless means out of breath. She gave the message and stared. Stared means to look continuously at the same thing, and she was staring at her shoes. Now she was very surprised. She was looking at the bright buttons again and again. She was thinking, what is the special quality of her shoes? Now, there will be a one question. What made Kitty jump and go downstairs in spite of her unwillingness? And the answer is, the magic of her shoes made Kitty jump and go downstairs in spite of her unwillingness. Now you will pause your video and read these word meanings. After this, come to the page number 14. Let's put your fingers there. Just then, her father said, Kitty, go to the post office before school and get my letters. I can't, started Kitty. But away went the shoes, trotting quickly down the street. I'll take these horrid shoes off as soon as I get home, said Kitty to herself. As she took the letters, soon she came to a bridge where she wanted to stop and watch a boat, forgetting school and her father's letter. But the shoes went on walking, although Kitty held on to the railing as hard as she could. Finally, she gave up and found herself walking home swiftly. Now, let's understand. Her father asked her to get letters from post office, but Kitty again started to say, I can't do this. But here magical shoes has taken her far away, trotting quickly. Trotting quickly means moving fast, but not at full speed. She thought she will take these horrid shoes off. Horrid means these terrible shoes off when she will reach home. Soon she reached to a bridge. She wanted to stop there and wanted to watch a boat, the scene of the river, and the boat was very beautiful. So she wanted to enjoy that. She forget everything, but the shoes went on walking. even though she had hold the railing of the bridge tightly, but even then she was going on going. Finally, she has left the railing and found that she has reached home swiftly. Swiftly means quickly. That's all about for today. Remaining chapters will be covered in the next video. Till the time, you will read the chapter and listen the video and solve book page number 17 and 18 based on your understanding. Thank you.